let this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. I feel like I'm JX.
J-Way.
I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless.
I'm gone.
Run with a wild crew, they get reckless. Young boy, come up off that neck.
Give me that.
To the trends. See a lead, be the band.
Welcome to Bleachers and Speakers. I'm your host, June. I got my boy B. Foster with me. And before we get started with this featured player of the week, I want to remind everyone to subscribe to Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube and follow us on all the podcast aggregators. Just type in Bleachers and Speakers, FFSN. Make sure that notification bell is on so when we drop, you'll get a notification. Download those episodes. We have our featured player of the week. And without further ado, Foster, I'm going to ask you and you talk to the people. Who are you talking about this week?
This week, we are talking about Kwon Alexander, who is a linebacker out of LSU, he's 30 years old, and he was a Pro Bowler in 2017. He is 6'1", 227 pounds, and he was selected originally by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 4th round. He ran a 4.5 40 in the 40-yard dash, and he had a 36-inch vertical, and he did 24 reps under the bench. As far as his college career, he played primarily his last 2 years. In 2013, he played in 13 games, of which 9 he started. He had 65 combined tackles, 3 pass deflections, and 6.5 tackles for loss. And in 2014, he started 12 games, had 92 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 7.5 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles. Now going back to his professional career, he was pretty much an impactful player from day one. By the second year, he was the leading tackler in the entire NFL with 145 combined tackles. He had 1 interception, 3 sacks, and 1 touchdown. I believe that was a pick 6. By 2017, he was a Pro Bowler. He had 97 tackles and a career high 3 interceptions. So a pretty strong first 3 years of action. And then he kind of fizzled out from, or I won't say he fizzled out, but he started dealing with injuries that slowed him down. He tore his ACL after 6 games in 2018. And then in 2019, he signed a 4-year, $54 million contract, which made him the highest paid linebacker in history at the time in 2019. From that point forward, he dealt with a lot of injuries, and 2022 was actually the last year that he was fully healthy and played a full season, where he played in 17 games and he had 67 tackles and a half a sack. When we fast forward to current day, he was signed on November 29th by the Lions off of the Broncos practice squad. As far as what he has provided as a player, in the run defense category, he does a good job of blowing up runs with good discipline, quickness, and instinctive reads. And he's at best when he's avoiding getting caught up in the blocks. And he does a good job of avoiding traffic. As far as coverage is concerned, he thrives best in the short yardage situation. He's able to slow the receiver, run with them, and disrupt at the catch point. He can be a bit stiff in space. So he's limited as far as the tight ends that he's able to cover. He's better off not going up against guys that stretch the field. As far as blitzing is concerned, he's most effective when he's blitzing up the middle, and his career high as far as sacks was 3.5. As far as what he's going to bring to the Detroit Lions, obviously the Lions just had some more unfortunate news as it relates to Malcolm Rodriguez. He's going to be out for the year with an MCL injury, so Kwon Alexander is going to come in and just provide some depth. He's a guy that, has played at a very high level, a former Pro Bowler, not extremely long ago, although it was back in 2017. But this was a player that was at an elite level. He, led the league in tackles, and, he should be motivated to possibly win a championship with a team that's, faring pretty well considering the amount of injuries that they're dealing with. So, he should be a good contributor once he's up to speed and, knows the defense to a respectable level, because we We need some depth, but not a bad guy to go out and grab late in the year when we're, clutching for straws at this point. So that is Kwon Alexander out of LSU.
I can't wait to see him on the field. Like I knew what he once was, and to be on the practice squad and available for pickup, you kind of wonder if he can serve us any good. But at the same time, sometimes you just you need the right setting, you need the right opportunity, and I think that's what's going to be enough with this guy. I think he can still play. We'll see though. And I want to remind everyone to subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube and make sure you're following us on all the podcast aggregators. That's Bleachers to Speakers FFSN. Make sure that notification bell is on. Once again, Foster, you've done a very good job, man. You've done your homework. It's been a lot of acquisitions this week. So I know you been doing your stuff. So salute to you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Get your lick back. If a nigga owe you something, ain't no